Assalamu alaikum, friends. Good afternoon to everyone. Well, honestly, there are actually several different reasons for me to say what I think. And I think, I'll probably start with this. So I'll start with the fact that a certain person of Armenian descent, though, of course, I absolutely wouldn't call him an Armenian, because I have many Armenian friends who are truly decent, honest, respectable guys, genuinely good, admirable people. There are many Armenians serving in Akhmat, heroically fighting for our motherland. That's why I probably won't call him an Armenian, because from my point of view and position, that would even be wrong. So, by name, he's purely Russian, by the name Arik, the so-called master of Moscow, and he calls for the overthrow of the current government, openly calls, as they say, for open confrontation against Muslims and Jews. So, he calls for I don't even know, probably for everything. He's gone through every article we have in the criminal code. But the most terrible thing is that this animal has decided to insult the entire Chechen people. And he decided, as they say, to show us something, to show that he's going to do something there. Well, even things like this, of course, are frightening to me. Yesterday, actually, I only saw it early this morning. There was a video where this animal, who so proudly claims to be the master of Moscow, screams like a little girl when he's simply being carried away. You know how? This one, well, you can't call him anything else but a rooster. This rooster, who calls for I don't even know talks about what he'll do to Chechens and Dagestanis. He considers Muslims and Jews to be like half-breeds. In short, we all need to be sent home. I'm curious. Here we are, citizens of the Russian Federation, living in Russia with our own territories and lands. Hey, you. And who the hell made you, as they say, a representative of Russia? You're the one who needs to go home to your own place, to hell. Honestly, I'll say this about the guys as men. I'll speak for them. They're awesome. The only thing is, I can swear that if I ever met him anywhere, the first thing my hand would do. And I'll be honest, it's exactly these kinds of animals that, quite frankly, absolutely need to be completely removed from our country without hesitation, sent away anywhere straight out. This is exactly what, as they say, these people deserve, those who call for the overthrow of the current government, who talk about, well, who say that a military coup awaits us. I'm even curious, where are authorities who are supposed to be dealing with this issue? Why should Chechens have to go and stop this rooster, when this is something the authorities should be handling? Why? That's really interesting, of course. If he were Chechen, even if he were just 10 years old and hit someone, a case would be opened immediately. And in Moscow, there will be a big, storm in a teacup. Look at how bad the Chechens are. Where is the reaction? But when you do nothing and the reaction of this kind follows, you need to understand that you simply cannot insult the Chechen people with impunity. We're not just going to stay silent. We like to hold people accountable for every insult directed at us, and we will always do so, no matter what happens. Now, the second question. The other day, about 50 people sent me a video where someone claims that if the mullah gives the order, the Muslims of Moscow will slaughter the entire city in a single day. And he goes on to say that our faith is wrong. Well, again, some idiot who pulled a rail over himself. Honestly, I can't call him anything but an idiot. He's a representative of the army of the Antichrist. There's no other way to put it. He's telling 2 billion Muslims that our faith is wrong. I have a question. Who are you to say things like that? There are 30 million native Muslims living in Russia. And what exactly do you want to tell us? What is our faith, right or wrong? While we're doing absolutely everything we possibly can to unite Muslims and Christians, here comes yet another foolish individual making these kinds of extremely provocative and inflammatory statements once again, yet again, as always, once more. I have a question. Does someone really have to go and break the law or do something drastic just so idiots like this would stop saying such things? Why aren't criminal measures applied to them? Why aren't criminal cases being opened? Why, at the very least, okay, maybe he's old, maybe he's just an idiot with no brains, but why aren't there at least official apologies being made? Where exactly are we trying to end up? Don't you realize that the only way to destroy Russia is through an interethnic or interfaith conflict? And now they realize this, and they're doing everything they can to stir up the situation in one way or another. Why is it that we all just pounced? Tajiks, Uzbeks, Kyrgyz. Oh, what a shame! How terrible they are! Wait a minute. We just had a terrorist attack the other day. How many terrorist attacks have there been? As far as I know, these attacks are not being carried out by Tajiks or Uzbeks or Kyrgyz. We need to be dealing with completely different issues. And we really need to wake up and understand only if we are united will we be able to withstand this. If we stand together, only then will we be able to win. And if anyone raises the head of nationalism, that head must be cut off. It simply needs to be cut off, that head. Because Russia is at stake. Anyone who so much as opens their mouth against any particular people should be put in jail. There are no bad peoples in the world. There are bad people and there are good people. Today, there are representatives of the army of the Antichrist, Dajjal. And there are those who have remained with God and are trying to pull this situation through. We are the ones waiting for the coming of Jesus together with you. And we all hope that the Messiah Jesus will kill the Antichrist Dajjal. We believe in this, and we are doing everything so that we can be among that army, the army of Jesus. But now, here's the question. Those who are trying to divide us, who are they working for? Take a wild guess yourself and stop spreading nonsense. Know that for every word you say, you will have to take responsibility. If not in this world, then in the next one before God. Keep that in mind. And when those who are supposed to make real decisions do nothing, inevitably, other people step in, people who decide to seek the truth themselves. Let's make sure that there are no people who feel the need to search for the truth on their own because they will sincerely believe in the authorities who are supposed to do their job and get paid for it. I hope that in our country there won't be any attempts to stir up interethnic or interfaith tensions. To be honest, that's what I fear the most. I don't want things to turn out that way. I've been fighting in one form or another for 30 years. For 30 years, I've dreamed that one day our country would live in peace, without problems, that my children wouldn't have to fight, that they too could live peaceful lives and feel like citizens of this country, and that they would feel at home in any part of our country. That's exactly why I fought, just like all of us, the Kadyrov team. That's why we fought for so many years. And of course, we wouldn't want our children to have to go through the same things we did. We wouldn't want that. That's why I urge everyone, please don't stir up all these issues. And if you have stirred them up, then don't start shrieking like girls to the master of Moscow, yelling and calling out to everyone passing by, "Help, save me!" There's no need to do that. Be a man. If you're such a hero, then, as they say, accept what you deserve with dignity. When you're running your mouth on internet platforms, you're a hero, aren't you? So be kind enough to answer for it then. I believe that today, the entire machine, the whole state apparatus, should go after these people so that there are no such people in our country. Our country is a country loved by God, a country protected by God, and we are ready to die for this country as many times as necessary. But we want our children to live in a country where there is neither interethnic nor interfaith strife, so that our children are equal to all other children, so that they have a normal, peaceful life. And for all of you, citizens of Russia, so that you all have a peaceful life, may God grant you all peace and prosperity. Ahmad is strength. Russia is power. God is one. Allahu Akbar.